Okay, we're going to fix that shot. Massive shots off to the right. Big slice up. Stay on the driving range. No, actually missed the driving range. Big shots off to the right, either pushes or slices. We're going to fix this in this series. We're going to fix that shot in the series of videos we've just done down here at Trafford Golf Centre for your winter programme on the driving range. And I would advise to do it on the driving range because you need to bed these movements in. So, that shot, how does that shot actually happen? So I've already done one video about the grip and how it can affect that, but this time it's going to be about the club face going back. And the general gist, if I show you the data from that first shot, it's the fact that the club face aims further to the right than our swing path. So I've hit the middle there, a little bit low, but off the middle. If you hit that section of the club, the heel, that will move to the right. So you've got to be careful you're not hitting from there. We want to hit either from the middle or towards the toe. I've hit from the inside or to the right by 7 degrees, which is okay. It's a bit too severe, but it's okay. But it shouldn't make the ball go to the right unless my club face angle is further to the right than that, and that's obviously what it is here. I did that shot on purpose. That's 6.2 degrees to the right. Therefore, it's nearly 13.5 degrees to the right at contact. That's not always the case. The face doesn't always have to point to the right of target to hit a slice, but generally the face has to be to the right of the path to make the ball go to the right. So the first video, if you've not seen it already, I would strongly advise to go and watch that first, because that's talking about how the grip has a huge influence on that. But let's now say, let's presume now we've got a neutral grip, a good grip. The ball could still be going to the right because in the takeaway or in the backswing, the club face control gets lost. So if I was just to point that club up to that front camera, we can see clearly here the toe and the heel are perfectly in line. If I was to turn that onto its side back to this back camera here, that angle should stay exactly the same. That would mean the club face has gone from a square position but just tilted onto its side. Often, we can see golfers sometimes who hit the ball to the right actually opening and changing that angle. So as they get to that point now, the club face is leaning backwards. And therefore, it doesn't matter what swing we put on the golf ball, that club face is always aiming to the right of our swing path, unless you really work the hands or the club face over, which is a recovery. We don't want that. We don't want that at all, because that's not very consistent. So we need to make sure that when we take this club head back, it remains in a really square position. And again, this series is all about not hitting the golf ball to the right. So I'm going to actually go on the extreme version of this. I actually want you to feel like you're keeping the club face slightly closed, so slightly aiming downwards to the floor. Because again, this is to fix the shots that go to the right. So as we set up and move the club back, I want you to get the feeling that your club face is aiming down to the floor. It'll feel odd at first, it really will. Get to the top of your swing, return it back in a position that club face is aiming down at the floor, and allow the golf ball to go to the left. If you do it correctly, the ball should go further to the left than what you currently hit it. Whether your swing path is going that way, you'll hit the ball way off to the left, but you'll hit it well. Or whether you hit from the inside, you'll probably curve the ball back to the left. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to go back, keeping the club face down to the floor, get to the top, club face down to the floor, and then hit. And we want to see that golf ball moving towards the left in some degree. Whether that's because you've cut across the golf ball, or whether that's because the club face is aiming in the same direction as your path, or to the left of your path, we want that ball going left. So let's have a look at the actual data on that shot. So that ball went obviously miles to the left. We've hit towards the toe, which is a good side of the club to hit the ball to the left. I've still hit the golf ball from the inside, so I've still made the club travel to the right. This is the most important number. My face angle to my path, so my face angle in relation to this number was closed by 6.3 degrees. So my face now was travelling to the left of my path. And that's because in the takeaway and the downswing, my club face remained in a slightly more closed position. And that's what I want to see. The fact that my club face actually aimed to the right of my target doesn't really matter too much. because it's about this number. It's about this relationship between my face angle and my path. So that's video number 2 about how to stop hitting the ball to the right. I want you to practice keeping that club face pointing downwards, and let the ball go to the left. A little last tip on that, imagine on the club face there is a mirror, and you're keeping the club face aiming at the golf ball for as long as you possibly can, keeping that face downwards. That's what I want you to do. Your swing path might be over the top, your swing path might be from the inside, but if we can make the club face aim left of your path, with a relatively centered hit, you will hit the ball to the left. Guys, thank you very much for watching. We've got one final part to this series about how to not hit the ball to the right. Stay tuned, join me then, and we'll stop that horrible shot to the right. Do subscribe, clicking the link down here, like, comment down below, let me know if that's fixed your shot to the right, and I look forward to seeing you next time if it's not, to try and finally fix that shot to the right. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.